rich. I'ma be bitch. I'm the bad witch. I'ma be rich. I'ma be bitch. I'm the bad witch. I'ma be rich. I'ma be bitch. I'm the bad witch.
Happy day, lifestyle. Happy day.
I'ma be bitch. I'm the bad witch. I'ma be rich.
You probably read my post. I made a post on Facebook about how I should be a Tinder, a featured Tinder streamer. Slam. We shall not accept any slander that is beneath us. Don't be disappointed. Ryan from the South. Have you heard there's a Cunning Linguistics song about the South? You guys want to hear it? You can't sleep. I was sleeping all freaking day. I was sleeping all freaking day. We need a Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary! With celery! You want to hear it? Alright. Bring you through parts of the South so dirty you have to be given a bath.
Isn't St. Patrick's Day next month?
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
It's not a day, it's a season.
St. Patrick's Day, guys.
The only person that was feeling me was Mrs. Hennessy. It's like life was pinning me down. I used to go out on the town and get instantly clowned. You ain't gonna be a rapper, you're not a factor. You just a Kentucky boy, get yourself a tractor. Chasing after bogus dreams that you never achieved. That's when the liquor and weed became a need. Self-esteem was lower than Stormville cities. Aspirations were about as big as Myrtle Urkel's titties. Then as soon as I started getting some pride, my sister hydroplaned and died on I-65. And a family full of pride, house full of tears. Spent many years with a bloodstream full of beer, heart full of fears. All cheers, no cheers to the rhythm in my ears, make my mind clear. Outside in spaces where time is just a glare, hold the mic like a memory.
Hey yo, I hold the microphone enclosed in my palm and go beyond the blows exposed in my songs. Hate goes on the past memories, cause negativity leads the way to live with vast energy. I feel it on the mass imagery that suggests living in poverty was really meant to be.
How would you
Eternal tendencies
quantify
dependency had me thinking that all my enemies were kidding me.
I would quantify that as vibe track. Somehow, we're here together, same place, same time. Being served by those that live in my position. Tend to glisten just like a pot of piston. And when I thought I'd risen, life freezes the frame. So I hold the mic like a memory to ease the pain. Outside in spaces where time is just a glare, hold the mic like a memory. Tired of doing nothing? You should be. Everyone here meets their soul.
On the pain and heartache that fuels my passion to write. You know what blasphemy's like, cursing at God, cause you ain't got shit. It hurts and it's hard. Hella times I stepped it up to only stumble. Was forced to play Tarzan in this concrete jungle. Most of my life's a days got me forever light and haze. Trying to forget the times where I barely ate twice a day. Feeling alone and helpless.
Ramadan! Happy Ramadan!
Homeless shelter. A few friends even then.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I went from the block of my fam to college exams with the precious
How are you today?
God, I'm still scared, but I know it'll all be right in the end as long as I can focus my fears and channel my life through my pen. Channel my life through my pen.
It makes waves. Where there's in your honesty, there's a way. Let us perfect that, you know? Is that what you were thinking? Is that what you wanted me to say? For myself, maybe, and then... What do you mean? Oh, you wanna be synchronized, syncopated? Ho! And your honesty. We are sassy, huh? Sometimes. That's a big something song. It's a big something song. You guys remember that? You want to listen to my big something song?
thugged out since Cub Scouts. You know what that means? When y'all were breaking the line, we were breaking spines. We didn't have no slip.
Oh my gosh, so one time, me and my friend, I had a gig, I had a DJ gig, and it was a fundraiser. And so we showed up to the property when they didn't tell people, so if it rained, it's flood ground. So if it rained, you would be stuck. Literally, alright, me, my friend Ivar, my friend James, we were out there, and, the first thing I was thinking, we need to find high ground. We need to find high ground. Because, whenever you camp, you don't, if the ground, I did, alright, so the only time I'll camp low ground is if I'm camping by a stream basin. A stream basin, because next to the banks of the basin, it's a level ground.
We are guaranteed to make you bleed. Jumping out of swing, taking in tea. Yes, indeed. We are guaranteed to make you bleed. Jumping out of swing, taking in tea. Yes, indeed.
Sing! So what's the big thing about soulmate? Have you guys ever had manic depression? Did you ever have a schizophrenic episode where you were freaking you were about to be like knocking on doors and stuff? Let me in! I don't know. I'm sure it's part of. Do you guys remember that day? No, you didn't reply back to me. I was talking to my. Nah, man. Nah, dude. You don't you. Oh man, I was having this freaking. Alright, so I ARZ freaking killed everyone and then turned them to freaking AI. I was having this, and it was almost seamless. It was seamless. It was almost a seamless streaming. It was a freaking green screen, and I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
A little louder.
You could, so you could create a whole, background of, it would be almost seamless. You wouldn't recognize it was AI. You guys are he was having a lucid dream.
Let my hopes rise, so parachute to provide safety. Away from the shallow tide, from the shallow minds. The walls keep closing in. I've opened every door. The kitchen's always sweet.
You know, sometimes.
Put it all behind.
Have you ever predicted? Are you guys a betting man or something? Eh? Right though. So, you know, you think about the necessity of call centers and stuff. You know.
They decided to give up the bad ways and to be a model for my younger sister. Was in the
I don't know, man.
My education was just car lights, burglary, urban liquor, this sort of fingers being curved on triggers. And I knew for certain if I continue living life all simple, jail will be the only institution I'll be able to get into. So I lace my.
So what you guys were talking about soulmates.
Music became my medication.
Did you guys ever watch the Johnny Depp movie? Her?
Shaking, wondering how my life would be if things never changed. They shouldn't be tragedy, but I discard the hypothetical. Stress likes my letters. Theoretically, she just moved on ahead of me.
No.
My life's pattern across the same finish line. Live right. Any part of me that's insane is split the rhyme. Occasionally claims took the pine. Sometimes look for wine. When I'm in binds, I grab the holy book.
Oh, so
to raise me out of this mental
you've
mess.
never flew a plane before?
The simple test we face daily can drive us crazy. Missing children.
What about, so what if, you know, so VTubers, they have, you know, they're essentially AI. It's cartoon AI. So if it was AI and you could essentially take the image, you know? You would reflect the image. You wouldn't take, you know. But that is kind of a funny thing to spam in the chat. No, I wasn't late. Did you predict that? Still. Anyway, free to talk. Any honesty is, you know, responding to your comments, you know. Oh my gosh, it's a real person. They're responding to me in my all caps text message. Oh my gosh. Professor is thinking again. Critical thinking. Alright, so what is your purpose for the internet, guy? I wouldn't know, you know? Tired of doing nothing. So what could you do for nothing? You know, welfare? Well, fine then. Oh, Social Security? What about? What is that? The social services. Oh, don't make me call it social services.
Telling animal activists that I killed last. Came through a Hindu temple with a leather suit on. Stopped through a Japanese crib with muddy shoes on. Thinking the villain, always misbehaving. In hospitals playing concentration with Alzheimer's patients.
Yo, I walked through the Oscars and smacked the best actress. I don't give a fuck.
I remember whenever we talked about Ralphina,
masturbating and naked pictures of Janet Reno. Slam people in the doors beyond return. In a double wide smoking crack with Tanya Hardin. Rolling the Def Jam drunk, smelling like hog's breath. Just to ask DMX why he hasn't found his dogs yet.
Oh, this is cunning linguists.
You disrespecting me?
is really good at Twister. You know, you have to have the, you have to, you know. You guys want to play Twister with me?
You disrespecting me?
Good thing that you're, what is that? Your blush. Talking about all these freaking comments on Twitter, we should freaking make it meme. Duh. We should only have to, read the comments sometimes because what time do you think it is? What time is it for you? Who you think's online? Nah. I'll wait.
Screaming out, kill Whitey.
Do you have something to say to me? Say it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll give a limbless man a wristwatch.
Word up, man. I don't give a damn.
I'll fucking go back in time and ask Marie Antoinette to give me some head.
Fucking buy every Will Smith CD ever put out with my own money.
Traveling teams.
Hey, man. Can you spare $1, man? One single dollar. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll rap. We'll rap for $1.
Word, man. We can do that hot shit. Whatever you want to hear, man.
Yes. Spit
It
some
don't matter.
spit some southern shit. Yeah, make them bounce, man. Come on, $1, man.
You can give me a beat. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Like
Who
that.
are they?
Yeah.
You said
I
they.
said back that ass up, shawty. Let me see the
Did you
gold in your grill.
just-
Blinker make you wobble
she
like
just called me a
in
they?
that grill. Bounce that booty.
Oh, what,
Hey.
man?
Did
Oh,
you
hey.
read that?
Man, come on. Everybody's digging
Oh,
this
you're
southern
from
shit,
that
man.
place. You must be a they.
Master P.
Oh.
Hi, my name is Chris Lebron and this is my new song Bandido. Listen on YouTube and YouTube Charts.
Bandido. We have a similar name, man. My name is Bandito too. Have you heard? And your honesty, did you piss off in your honesty? What did you say? Or what were you trying to get at? Better yet. For what reason? Because COVID. Alright. Someone has problems with self, you're too, you're just full of yourself, right? I'll figure you out. Don't worry. Are you from college? This is from Nepal to India right now. I understand if you have $1,700, to spare for your clothes and stuff, because that is responsibly irresponsible, and that's acceptable. So you can also you can be nice. You are really nice.
I deliver long shots that cause pneumonic depression. Personification of chronic infections like poison communion wine. People can't stomach my blessings.
I might upset me some or something, Oh, is that guy, did he, make you Did he sit and talk with you? Yeah, was he being nice to you? That is very, that is very nice. Definitely, what is it? 5 stars in the Better Business Bureau. Oh. I'm happy that, from the James Webb Telescope, we can observe all sorts of stuff. Right? So, it's nice to, begin to section yourself, around. Why not? Straight up and down,
Knowledge be the key to unlock your brain and set your mind stay free.
Familiarity makes you scared to see the beauty in front of your eyes. You're thinking narrowly, everything is an unpredictable occurrence. If you experience everything except the purpose, then you miss everything that was meant to be caught. Life sessions aren't lessons that can be simply taught. You gotta feel the matter.
I'm riding my spaceship right now.
For your shield to shatter. In the field, we choose to scatter like mice instead of coming together and keeping it tight. It's hard to be alone. Deep in the night, I try to avoid the dark life and be seeking the light. So many times I fall in between the lines of what is the devilish sign and what is divine. If you base your life on wasted nights with no faith in sight, you might as well pre-base the rights. I'm falling down, but I got up, friend. Fell twice, 3 times, got up again and again.
Oh, are we on the, the same page?
You only don't win when you get in. The days we live in, send shit that'll break the strongest. I put on my body armor and remain the calmest. Being peaceful at heart helps me see through the dark. Hot dogs walking, it's hard for evil people to start bullshit with a literally cool kid whose only form of battling is through music. If you hold yourself tight, you can't lose it. Life or death is up to you who you cruise with. Exercise knowledge to increase your wealth. If you know yourself, you'll be shown your wealth. If you know yourself, you'll be shown your wealth. If you know yourself, you'll be shown your wealth.
Hey! You know yourself, you'll be shown your wealth.
To unlock your brain and set your mind stay free. Knowledge be the key to unlock your brain and set your mind stay free.
Yeah, sometimes I ask myself a question. Is my lack of inner reflection some type of indication of what state my life is in? They keep piping in elevator music, sappy and happy as hell with flutes and shit. When I reflect back and recollect that I was born into a state of walking slumber. Taught numbers, realize I'm dirt poor. It hurts more now that I'm older. Showered in water much colder than this. Holding my lips and close the abyss with the speech and the phoniest kiss. Rendered lifeless, about an identity crisis. My third eye from excitement. When the night hits, can't help but lie awake. Contemplate fights with vice grips. Depression and lessons in starvation. It's hard to be patient, sitting perfectly still. Listen to your own heart racing. Assume the description of my life and this reality is on the warm side of fatality. It's not fair the way you challenge me, or the silent way my talents beat. Hidden inside these translations, emancipation as I try to dab the slate clean. Futile attempts to make my fate gleam. Hate seems all inclusive. It makes me wanna fall reclusive and rip the tallest loose leaf with a makeshift facelift. for my mental state. Check it out.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and YouTube Music Premium. Try 1 month free.
As a call on my moms, I went through nights with no dinner, looking bummy and skips. Couldn't go nowhere in school with no money for trips. Getting cracked on my honeys and shit, struggling. That's why I don't listen to your lectures on hustling, cause we had nothing, stuck in the hood always. And you refer to the 80s as the good old days. Well, they wasn't for me, I guess things went all your way. But I ain't done, keep reading, I got more to say. I know this all seems abrasive, but look what I'm faced with. Missed opportunities, missed chances, missed places. I look what others had, and I couldn't get basic. The problem so much, that's why I'm stuck with this hatred. I went through problem after problem, thinking you wouldn't care. All simply because you wasn't there. Just promised to visit and sorries couldn't redeem you. It probably would have been better if I never had seen you, cause then I wouldn't have a face to place with the lies and the disappointment that infected our lives. I guess that's why I'm so bothered now. And when they hit the motherfucker saying you your father's child, so I gotta be keeping the faith for them 3 girls of mine. And I won't be repeating mistakes that you made with me, cause I don't miss my past. And every third Sunday in June, you can kiss my ass. And I can feel it, and I can feel it as the shot rolling up. And I can feel it as the shot, and I can feel it, and I can feel it, and I can feel it as the shot.
Million moons of cycles since the night you decided to break out late and fade out into the silence. Firstborn son still playing in his diapers, left behind you. Kinda thought I'd never find you, but guess what? The human being you had made a mistake is now staring you in your face. It's a disgrace the way I was treated. Shit, you probably wish I got caught in the condom when my pop skeeted. But fuck that, I fuck back all odds and struck straight from your facade of camouflage. You ain't my arm, you nothing but a heartless bitch. To start the switch, don't even start this shit. Trying to fabricate facts that my dad kidnapped me. It can't be nothing but lies to try and trap me. In fact, he packed me to Cali in 84. We found your crib, but you never came to the door. Wouldn't answer the phone, but you had to be home. Tragedy song, yo, you had to know you were wrong. Reminisce, and it's not surprising. Grew up so broke, I thought the poverty line was the horizon. Many nights and days we stayed in shacks. Pops breaking his back, faded ass packs of food stamps. But karma's a double-edged sword, so thanks for letting me borrow your fucking umbilical cord.
And I can feel it, and I can feel it, feel it, and I can feel it, and I can feel it as a shot rolling up. And I can feel it, feel it, and I can feel it as a shot, and I can feel it, and I can feel it.
saying to myself, playing for my health, relaying messages that I felt on the course of my life till I'm divorced with my life. The plans to be stable enough to have 2 dogs and a wife. Since I was on with my life, I tried to make the best of it and make it stand out until Mother Nature's digested it. With the sense to beware of death for strength and not be scared of death. You don't understand that, then you're really not prepared for death. Document that and learn it. I've been a hermit while twisting that green like Kermit. My team like burning. I'm from where chicks think they too super to hear rappers busting and act like they all that after liposuction. Radio sucks like sluts when they like corruption, and haters be so full of shit they need lip productions. This is something not for commercial radio, but any person's radio that's after searching every show for sick flows to sick beats. This is where that shit be, and if I spot you like McKinsey, I pop you like Popinski, chop you up like mincemeat, toss you with a fish be, and leave your teeth marked with my fist be if you miss me. Listen and respect, I'm Mr. SOS, and I ain't taking no shorts, nigga. I'm quitting cigarettes from the south. A true Cuban Rican reaching your standards, and what you really have to understand is there ain't no way.
Diss my songs and underestimated all the attacks have been steroids, making me stronger like dying from polygraph test shots. You couldn't be wronger. Motherfuckers wanna play around, I recommend Tonka. Niggas thinking shit's sweet, watching too much Willy Wonka. I don't really want the fame, I want the game respect. Block my path and I'll make a passing lane through your neck. I'm tired, frustration got me wired to blow. One reason I'm quick to drink, a fire to throw. The harder grass pull me down and the higher I go. Ain't too many musicians that haven't dealt with liars before. So I flow wise, stay awake like a coke high. My words by James Bond, watch you with my gold eye. Deal with snakes thinking they so sly. Most of them are pussies, but I've never been between the hoes' thighs. You can hold my dick if you really want a piece of me. Biters illegally trying to tap into my frequency, hoping they'll be seeing the art I've created recently. And then they use all of my shit in battles when they beef with me. Here's your collar in your bone, not even gonna dog y'all. Stick in the backyard where you belong. Only worthy of being a topic in the song. Everything that ain't right, kill it. You dead wrong.
There ain't no way I'm gonna there ain't no way that I will let nobody sleep on me. There ain't no way that I will not let myself be heard. And there ain't no fucking way I am not gonna fucking kill you. Fuck that. Rockin' the fucking beat. Ain't nothing else really that we have to say, except there ain't no way.
YouTube has its own YouTube channel? Obviously, it's the spot for this, and this. Come discover YouTube at youtube.com/YouTube.
You know, guys like me and you gotta kick it here, old school. Yeah, this is truly old school. Definitely old school.
Yeah, we keep the party so loud. We keep the party so loud. We keep the party so loud. We keep the party so loud.
Get live, we're set to destroy all the fakers, cause this one's for the B-boys and the breakers. Take ya to another level with the sound. Freaking the flow, geeking and no getting down. Take it on back to
ducking and weaving. Take your breath so quick you're bound to be sucking your teeth in. When those on the 1200s, cutting your bleeding. While I'm stuck in my broom like it ain't nothing and leaning.
I just live the mic and crush cataclysmic. Blast a sentence that will leave a rapper limping. Nowadays cats only rhyme about they bankroll, but I've been fresh ever since Fuzzy Kango. Don't y'all be starting nothing, just chill the hell out, won't be keep the party jumping. I know it's got me feeling nice, me and my man Deacon the villain, illin', keeping it live.
Battle deacon and know you'll be taking the loss. On the street or at a show you'll be taking the loss. You ain't rhyming like this, you'll be taking the loss. Have you crying like a bitch when you taking the loss? Battle deacon and know you'll be taking the loss. On the street or at a show you'll be taking the loss. You ain't rhyming like this, you'll be taking the loss. Have you crying like a bitch when you taking the loss?
I stay dirty like Rastafarian piss test. Stick between notebook pages to show how I sex text. He rappers in check like chest threats. Taking the Lone Star blows harder than Tex-Mex. Giving is the best sex, it's not 100 numbers. Rock all night like slumber. In a battle, I stone cold stunner Mike manager. Knowing he's amateur like minor league. Testing me's like asking a drowning man to breathe. Better off waiting in hell for a cool breeze. Beating me's impossible. Like a tank top with sleeves, my road rages. Drop flyers and pop tigers. I shock liars with the truth that I share like stock buyers. Retire and get your head right. Facing me and loving life is a contradiction like an Amish website. Thinking the red light, better yet the human pulse button. Drop something that got car stereos humping like dog fucking.
Battle deacon and know you'll be taking the loss. On the street or at a show you'll be taking the loss. You ain't rhyming like this, you'll be taking the loss. Have you crying like a bitch when you taking the loss? Battle deacon and know you'll be taking the loss. On the street or at a show you'll be taking the loss. You ain't rhyming like this, you'll be taking the loss. Have you crying like a bitch when you taking
Hey yo,
the
my
loss?
middle name's AQD. Y'all know the way I house kids. Forced the mic into retirement like Jerry Krause did. Resoundingly foul.
social media is why you're... Do you know what social media is about? Just wondering. If not, you know, you wouldn't be so, interested in that being a topic. Fact is that you are socializing on a media website, and that should be topic enough. If you've given life to live, then it should live well. If you have provided, you know, reason to need more help in understanding, like you're 42, maybe you should, you know, feel it. Act your age, not your shoe size. A 42-year-old, you know, spamming it up on social media sounds terrifying. It could be fun, man. It could be fun. How are y'all today? I know, online seems, I don't know, you know, if you're really understanding. Because, you know, a bunch of meh talk, and, you know, it's cool to be oil to, you know, the equation of, you know, things and stuff and such. You know, because, you know, the moisture in the skin, you know, in the suppleness, you know, not the lines, you know, the lines on the skin brings the hose again. Cut it up. Let me cut it up with you, guy. You know, from West Side. Yeah, it's West Side Story. You remind me of West Side Story. Growing up in Hater Harlem, because this ugly thing thinks they are movie star. Oh, Maria, Maria. Fell in love in East LA to the sound of the guitar, baby. Played by Carlos Santana. You guys know that song? Nice to meet you. Make care. If you could make care to take. That'd be fun. It wouldn't be so cliche, you know? I'd be so cliche. You know, is it so important to watch TV? You know, is what we telling the kids nowadays. It's just a coincidence. Not a problem. Stay happy. Stay happy. And, you know, and people that be touching you unstiggity ways, you know, show me on the doll. Show me on the doll where it touched you. That's a way of speaking different. Isn't reciprocity a tit for a tat? It's everyone's way of speaking differently, Lauren. Sometimes I share my thoughts, and sometimes I, sometimes I don't share my thoughts or journal it. I record myself and I'm like, freaking, talking to myself, FaceTiming my best friend or something, Because best friend don't be, touching you and sticking it and stuff, They know about that stuff, His behavior was different. Who was it? The freaking Sublime song. There were 4 other gentlemen, whatever. And one of the other was a female. God only knows what they're up to in that. And furthermore, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised that they all smoked habitual marijuana cigarettes. Reavers. Smoke 2 joints in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night. Smoke 2 joints in the afternoon. It makes me feel alright. I smoke 2 joints in time of peace and 2 in time of war. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more. I recently, so we should have listened to some Sublime, huh? What are we gonna say? What are we gonna say, guys? Learn to sympathize with anyone? Maybe I already learned to sympathize with everyone, and I didn't want to sympathize with some people because they are nice. Simple. Alright? Where are you from? Where cheese, they serve chili cheese on fries? Is that a good life? Does that sound cute to you? Would you like to have chili cheese fries with me? Is it a date? Do you want me to schedule that in my itinerary? Alright, for my itinerary, be very scary. Sign and your honesty. For my itinerary, what does cutting it up mean? What then? And then I'm gonna read a book. You guys like reading books? It is a way of communication. It is a way of not being, it's not being nuisance. You are learning words from you're learning words from empty pages. Have you enjoyed your time here? I hope you visit us again. Lauren? Hey, that was, no. Nope. Sorry. There's Lauren. Bad joke. It was a bad joke. Narrow range of the narrow range. Have you guys heard of the narrow range? I'm not sure how it was arranged. Yeah, narrow range. Down yonder. You know, down yonder. Do you know how to take directions? Do you know how to learn how to direct? I was practicing in my journal. Are you proud of me now? Also? Really? Really? Ooh. Yu-Gi-Oh is back. Hey, you guys ever collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards? So they had Pokemon cards, there's Digimon cards, and there's Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's back before the internet. Kind of nostalgic because we would have binders, with our cards, and when if you played Pokemon, then you would sometimes, you would trade with your friends, or you would win your friends' cards. You guys know about the holographic Charizard card? This is an accomplishment. To be honest with you, do I find young men attractive? And it honestly does find young men attractive. Young men have more chivalry, more chivalrous and considerate than men that are set in their ways. From way back when to, being accustomed to, adopting some sort of assimilative, personality, character traits that really just are disheartening for the growth and for the, for certain, youth, and for the thriving within, the happiness and community, of certain youth. Sometimes we want to bring our kids to Disney World because, that's a special place. You don't want it to be desecrated by the monetary capitalizing of, or the seemingly independent, capitalizing on the market. Okay, understanding that, sex sells, and there's a lot of stuff and things out there. And, if that's for you, and if that has brought you good, then good for you. If that has only brought you problems that you have to constantly outsource to create better and deeper solutions, and, then you maybe should mention these differences within, politics, and you can tell, personally, things and stuff and such. I feel bad for everyone that has ever, done me wrong. I feel bad for everyone that's ever tried to hurt my feelings. Because, God weighs everyone's heart in gold. And you can't, it's better to not hate on people for being good people. It's better to, learn to be good people and learn to be similar to people that you would look up to. Though, if there's literally no one out there that you feel as if you could look up to, and maybe the people that you have, look up to in some certain ways, maybe you have, in some ways, you have to learn to look up to yourself, and, and not just rely on yourself, learn to convert, learn to have, a good life with yourself, for yourself, and, recognize that, those out there that are for you, and those that are, somehow out to get you in some certain ways, seemingly, because, you have to recognize if there's a really good, if you have a really good, person within the population, there's, to utilize ratio in a backwards to work for you, to work with you, seems to make more sense. Because there's a million ways that you could brand things and stuff and such. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, in line with, different structured beliefs, Sometimes there's weird things about structured, sometimes, to recognize how structured belief is supposed to work for you. It's supposed to be a balance between, for the people, with the people, and against, certain ideologies. And you have to, to make that adherently obvious through who you are. You know, to recognize how people govern themselves is not necessarily to recognize, you know, how much that person, you know, is that person worth all the question marks, you know, or is the person worth the questions? Is the person worth, you know, because to recognize where the creepy things in life come from, and then to recognize where the cool you know, you know, it's a small world after all. And recognizing, you know, our sense of small world, you know, in comparison to the adaptation of different cultures, utilizing practice within your spaces and ranges of opportunity should be, you know, time to utilize some sense and, you know, continue to sigh, because, you know, it's really cool to not, you know, come up with fucking ideas that, you know, are just, oh, no shit, Sherlock. Wish I would have came up with a, you know, an idea, you know, myself. Handful of them. How many ideas can I come up with by myself? Where are you from? From where, you know, women have enough sense and men have enough sense to utilize, you know, reasoning through the, you know, through the perspective of certain women. Is that having respect for? Is that being respectful to? Are you utilizing your deductive reasoning in ways that are unsensible for yourself? And I should not have to complain. It should, you know, some things should, you know, Captain Obvious over here, you know. You know, we make the people come up with, you know, Jesus crossed the trees. Very good. Golf clap, shall we? Always wanted to do that. The precipice of being serious and being sarcastic. Delightful. I'm sure that there's a radio station. Have you streamed over 100 hours on your radio station? This is a video TV channel. It's not a radio station. from, it's been an hour and 18 minutes. Where have you been? Don't hate, just tolerate, you know. Turning, what is API? You know, there's ASI, and that has something to do with technology. To find good things. Play more games. We really should. We really should. You know. Though, it's nice sometimes to have, differing opinions. To overwhelm yourself with indifference is, definitely one way to take yourself out, in ways that are, to go ahead, go ahead. Seems very insensitive in other ways. We do what we can, until that saying, definitely, becomes old, played out. Things and stuff and such. Sometimes, something that may be played out to you, not played out to other people. And vice versa. Wisdom. You have to have your wits about you. What can we, what can we say? What can we mention, Whenever you recognize, yourself as a unit, you know what don't necessarily start to question other people's intentions, their agendas, why their agendas are that, and why it can change, change their agendas. Change the way, change the way they look, maybe change the way they think. Though, recognizing that to be marketing, utilized within a marketing sense to, get that point across to other people. Because I'm sure if you felt differently about yourself, maybe you wouldn't be in my chat, being, a nuisance. Oh, what does your whole race cost? A few fucking radio stations? Your whole race? Your whole fucking country? What did the war cost you? Just a few radio stations. You don't ask yourself, coulda, woulda, fucking shoulda. Until you do. Why? Did you trust yourself to be better somehow? With how you treat people, or how you treat yourself? How you utilize reasoning to be a normal person, and to create gratitude within the people, or to create contention? Recognizing that there you could, these are things that we ask ourselves subtly, and we just don't normally say it out loud. Sometimes if we didn't think that we had the platform to, speak however we wanted to speak, freedom of speech, I, could utilize my judgment on your speech. And that, judge your patterns of speech. You don't like cheese and onions, alright, judge your, taste in food. If I can control your agenda, I can, better manipulate my stance within your politics. And I'm sure that would be acceptable language for any civil individual. Especially one that's knowing, I was thinking the same thing! I was thinking the same thing. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how you, wage a war. Never killed someone before. I'm not a big fan of, saints or criminals. I didn't know, have you ever knew a criminal saint? Did you know a criminal saint that would sanctify people with the criminality? Have you ever loved a criminal before? Have you ever been manic? Manic and crazy for you. You scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream. That is what we sing whenever we scream to our parents. Can we have $1? Can we have $1? Can we have a few dollars? Can we have a few dollars? The ice cream truck is around. You can hear the freaking ice cream truck riding around freaking with what is that? Spinners. With spinners on their rims. I would always, what is your favorite ice cream from the ice cream truck? No, I'm not too cool for school. This is why I have my own channel. It is our channel. It is Vibe Tribe channel. It is in your odyssey. It is stickety. No, what do you want to be called? I just told you my name. My name is Enyiradesi. Oh, how are we, the lucidity? The righty-tighty. Lefty, don't you, I keep on tempting myself with good times. What is wrong with me? Are you alright? Are you alright? Are you threatening me? Beavis saves America. Oh, no. They Alright. Makes sense. Every time somebody has a bad judgment call, they should be, they should be, I don't know, they should be shunned. Yeah. Are we being shunned right now? No. Stunting like my daddy. How so? See, I'm not supposed to make I'm not supposed to make your life make sense. It's not funny. No. I'm not supposed to make your life have purpose. It's not my job. It's none of my business to think that I would have to stand for something that is intolerant of something I love is even more mistakable within your recognition to importance in life. Are you being for real? What a judgment call. No, it is, very, it's very adult-like to spam, insensible, insensitive nonsense in the chat. Right? It's fun to have someone to talk to about it. You know? I know. You would think, through some certain perspectives, I could understand the certain judgment calls and perspectives of, things and stuff and such. Now that's someone right there that knows longevity, and wholesome fun, of course we have contrasts, You ever watch Gangs of New York? The way that we can utilize sense and make sense and reason for ourselves, is amazing, how you can utilize your intelligence to create further knowledge, to become wisdom, to become, because whenever, we have contrasting solutions in life. We don't have to necessarily be a one size fits all. We can be. Yeah? You have to let the haters hate sometimes. God won't, put more on you than you can bear. And God won't create situations that are, I believe learning to speak, are we? What do you mean? I'm speaking. To speak with more purpose and to create, to speak with more, certainly of an agenda, because even, if I had the most range, within how my dialect, how my speech, how my life is interpreted. You know, recognizing that all of our lives are interpreted. It's COVID, guys. You know, sometimes I don't necessarily have to create problems for myself to recognize and enjoy solutions with myself. You know, and yeah, you know, recognizing that sometimes, you know, if the kids, you know, if the neighbor kids are being a fucking asshole to your kid, then you run those fucking kids down and you beat their fucking ass. And you beat their fucking face in. You don't fucking let them talk to your kids that way. And you don't let them, you know, make, you know, certain judgment calls for your kid's life. That, to, you know, to recognize that a parent to, you know, recognize, you know, if I'm a mother and I'm recognizing that this strange lady is trying to make judgment calls for my family, Utilize comparative speech. You know, are they treating your child different than they're treating the other children? If so, you know, you might want to look into resources to further help yourself and to take care of yourself. You know? Because care is not care if it is overbearing. Care is not care if it is too elusive. You have to even with yourself. And to be and this is to be elusive, the ways that I am elusive and the ways that I'm not elusive, the things that, you know, maybe are elusive to you. You know, maybe sometimes you try because you take on more responsibilities. And recognize where these opinions are coming from. Because I'm not going to be responsible for, you know, we handle it. We handle the stench at the very we handle it at the source. You know, because if you're adding the source, you're sure as fuck not, you know, making solutions for us. You're just making our job fucking harder. You know, to think that to allow certain people's lives are, you know, would cost a certain ratio of people, you know, some certainty within their life, and to create too many questions where there don't need to be. You handle the problems at the solution, because after I take away your fucking toys, cry about it, why don't you? Get over yourself. Oh, is that what they're fucking saying? Well, say it back to them then. Don't you fucking let people fucking talk to you a certain way. You run across the fucking street and you beat up those little fucking kids. Or you make sure that did you push in your Odyssey? Did you push on your Odyssey on the playground? Were you not playing nice? No, sometimes you don't stand for that shit. Especially if it's your kid. These strange people online. Really fucking strange people online, guys. Yeah. I don't even feel comfortable allowing you to watch TV with my children, let alone be here. Is that too much for you? I'll let you know whenever we've had enough. You know, to treat people sarcastically all the fucking time is sometimes not called for. Sometimes you have to be responsible. Recognize where you're being responsible and recognize where you're not being fucking responsible. Okay, life hack, I know where you're making your decisions based on. Oh, social media. Tough titties, said the kitty. Milk spills and still rotten. Oh, maybe you should figure out some more productive and positive speech patterns for yourself there, buddy. What a fucking joke. That guy. You know, no, please tell me, you know, because there are 24/7 call centers, helplines, for all sorts of stuff. To certainly recognize what's being displayed to me, you know, to better control me, control that. And where you have to, fucking get a handle on it, too. I know. Right? It's what they fucking, you know, is what they would mention. Because, you know, I don't speak the, you know, I don't speak the language, I peep the language. You know? I'm sorry that, you know, it seems as though, you know, we've had to confront negative situations. No, we're not conforming to negativity. No, we're not yelling. We're being honest. And, you know, while we're being honest, you know, some of the things that we're mentioning are going to have to mention, you know, kind of goes without saying. You know, I'm sorry to be a hassle to anyone. I'm sorry to have hassled anyone. I'm sorry to have, you know, not added some sort of positive, you know, reinforcement to people's lives, because that's more memorable than creating drama. That's just, you know, par for the course. Sometimes to mitigate certain pars for the course would be to, you know, utilize your reasoning. So within certain deductive reasoning, I've been, you know, I should test myself and my skills, you know? I would already know better, to be honest with you. So I was reading about Noah's Ark, and how it's, you know, it seemed similar to, you know, the mentioning of hospitals, and there's some sort of fascination that I had with reading about, you know, how many cubits high, how many, you know, and how they had to, you know, they had to create it within, you know, they had to create it within, you know, the essence of certain structure, you know, to just add some lore towards, you know, the story of Noah's Ark. Noah was a grandson of Enoch, and we used to talk about all sorts of, you know, and we still should, you know, we still should. I just opened to my Oracle cards. Co-spirit. Co-create with spirit. Make your dreams real. This and that are true. Set healthy boundaries. Sing your own song. Trust the magic. Transformation is beautiful. Clear out the clutter. Give with gratitude and grace. Dragon Spirit. Truth transcends illusion. Elephant Spirit. Learn from the past. Overcome any obstacle. Lay a solid foundation. Believe in yourself. There's always enough. Slow and steady wins the race. Use your mind wisely. Nothing's wasted. Now's the lucky time. Watch your words. So nothing wastes. Understanding that nothing wastes. Sometimes life stings. Love is all around. Time to heal. Time for a beginner mind. See the big picture. Life is a mystery. Time to collaborate. You're never alone. Take time out. Sweet results await. Magic works through you. The abundant universe will provide. Spirit has a plan. Be loyal to what you love. Watch and wait. Be playful. Trust the great mystery. Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Let Spirit be your guide. Be peace. From the tarot, we pulled the Hierophant. The Hierophant. Traditional institutions, traditional values, conventional, conformity, marriage, commitment, religion, beliefs, knowledge sharing. The Hierophant is a card of traditional values and institution. The Hierophant can represent a counselor or mentor who will provide you with wisdom and guidance, or a spiritual or religious advisor such as a priest, preacher, rabbi, or a monk. Alternatively, you may be dealing with someone who is very set in their ways. The institutions the Hierophant Tarot card can represent include economic, religious, political, social, family, educational, social welfare, and medical. Its appearance can signify what's now a time to conform to convention or tradition. It's not a time to rock the boat. It can be an indicator that you will take part in some sort of traditional ceremony, or that you may start creating some new traditions or rituals of your own. In love and relationship, for those in a relationship, the Hierophant card. The Hierophant is the marriage and commitment card of the major arcana. You can expect your relationship to become more committed and begin moving towards new relationship milestones. When this card appears, it indicates that you and your partner share the same values and goals. And a very good card to get if a committed relationship is what you want, or if you are single. This card signifies a new relationship on the horizon, which will be built on commitment, love, and security. That's if your partner shares the same values and goals. If your partner don't share the same values and goals, then I'm sure it would be a different conversation. Some sort of different sort of conversation. Downloading a movie isn't about watching it. It's about scoring a trophy. I mean, that's certainly a mentality to have. Would you frame it and then, be all AI about it? Nice channel. Wouldn't mind some myself. Don't tell me what to say. This is clearly not your space to have a fucking voice to say anything. I'll cut that tongue right the fuck out of your mouth, bitch. I would, you know, that would be good for me and my boyfriend, you know, to have a little trip, you know, maybe a little helicopter ride, you know, or something, you know, to visit you while you're asleep and rearrange your face. That would be a fucking party, brother. Oh, who pissed in your cornflakes today? Nice name. Is that why I speak Hindi? You know, it was, you know, I was waiting for you to not mention that. Yeah. Let's get her done, boys. You're gonna start speaking about religion now? Oh gosh. Oh, you know. Would you looky there? Found us some fish. You ever watch that? Okay, so on the you know, on Google Chrome, on Chromecast, they display different pictures, and you know, there's the bear, and then there's all the fish around the bear. I want to give you ideas. You know, think about it. Hey guys, don't you guys want to hear our ideas through the, you know, the perspective of somebody else? So, I've been practicing how to type in chat for a long time, have you? You know, no hate. She's asking. Oh, I'm telling. It's cool. You're asking, and your honesty's telling. So, you break it, you buy it. You know? You know that saying? What if you broke it and it bought you and your whole fucking family? It just bought you out. What now? What have you been doing for the past week? Or have you been bought out? Seems so. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody comes here to listen to you. You know, if I did, I would fucking murder you. Cold blood. It'll be the last fucking comment you'll ever fucking say. No, really funny. Yeah, about those meal things. So I was ratioing them out towards my liking, and if I don't like them, I'm going to eat them. It's not necessarily how we play with you. We don't necessarily play with you. We just kind of watch how you do. Oh, what are you doing? You know, copy that 10-4, buddy. Give me some more ideas. Oh, by the way. Really, really looking forward to talking to you. Be right back. Not. Look, guys, it's a he. Did you look how it looks? My mom thinks it looks like a witch. I think that'll be our new game we'll play with you. We'll just, you know, reconstruct your face. Stab your face with your nose bone. I think that's a lyric. Is that a lyric? Huh. Let me know in the comments below. One gets jealous, another nigga dies. Oh, why so particular? Why so serious? Do you want to play a game? Yeah, it's more fun to read it this way. So we were speaking about necessary and unnecessary comments in the chat. And, you know, to maybe not highlight or, you know, not hold up those people because, you know, their comments seem so very productive, certainly. So within the realms of certainty to create, you know, that's why we have Jehovah's Witnesses. Because to recognize that supply and demand, to recognize AI technology, and to recognize the devastating decline within the necessary needs of certain technology that, you know, has to be compartmentalized. You know, aside from certain religions, sometimes people run from their religion, sometimes they run from their religion and they think that they can dictate their religion. You don't practice proper, yet you want perfect practice, I think is an understatement that needs to be not corrected and not given reason to be corrected. To recognize you said it wrong the first 5 times. You said it wrong, you know, if it's 3 strikes you're out, you know. And to recognize maybe the need to have to translate that to people that deem it so necessary to hold a place in your life that is not necessary for the existence of happy days for, you know, many people. So recognizing that sometimes you think you're creating a happy day and you're creating negative your space, you know, it would be the ASMR, you know, it's like it's sleep stuff, you know, it's not something that you would dedicate your life to, you know. And to think that we would have to dedicate some sort of respect to you as a guest in this house, I'm sorry. You know, certain people don't deserve certain respects. And sometimes you have to let them live out their time, their allotted time, because they find it necessary to feel it, alright to, take up space. They're not, it's unnecessary existence. Sometimes we can pinpoint those unnecessary existences and, make a shit show of it. Because, certainly we wouldn't ask a child to be accountable for being a child, right? And you wouldn't hold an adult accountable for being an adult. And you wouldn't hold an adult accountable for being disrespectful towards a child. And you wouldn't necessarily recognize a child that has more respect, more charisma, more character, and more reason to reflect, within certain certainties of life that maybe weren't abhorrently obvious. So, to recognize how a woman in her, mid-age holds herself accountable. It better, if it's in my house, then it better display the way we want it to display. Maybe we don't want it to display, it's not such a pretty display. You could paint that shit up to try to be pretty. No, That was yesterday's conversation. No more Mr. Nice Guy whenever you're not being nice. If you're not being considerate, there's no reason to receive free consideration. If you're not being thoughtful of people, and how, you may and may not affect them, that person, and you may not know how that person has effect in your life. Sometimes we don't have to make things abhorrently obvious to the immature mind of an unaccountable adult that should display for everyone that this isn't, this is an accountable adult. There are unaccountable adults displayed in the chat. So therefore, their chat should be displayed to them a little bit more than, shoulda, coulda, fucking woulda. Thank you. Because, we don't live, to recognize shoulda, coulda, woulda, we make it better. We are accountable for where other people are not accountable and where other people are accountable. And we accept that. And we work within the realms of things that work for us, not against us. If it's against American politics, then I don't know why it's displaying on, American radio. It should be abhorrently obvious to, not grant certain wishes. And are you being counterintuitive with yourself? Oh, you want to be ugly with yourself and you want us to be pretty with you? We need to, recognize those qualities, because they're not necessarily qualities about us. We have to distinguish the division within certain multiplication. Because, just because, Columbia is the capital of, South Carolina, doesn't negate the fact that people ran into that bitch or into the capital, with Viking gear, ready to party. So, to recognize where your friends are ready to party, let's party with them. Because, if they're going to party certain ways, then, we can correct ourselves. We could, just because they want us to, woulda, coulda, shoulda. No, we can. We certainly can. If you know the problem, then you know the solution. You know how to create further solutions around the problem. And, necessarily, whenever you are a streamer, you have to recognize where you're living in your own world and where that may be crossing some certain boundaries, And it's alright to, want to adopt, certain, essences of certain culture. We're not going to adopt something that is going to work against us. If I can't name at least 5 ways that it's working for me, then I don't need to name 25 ways that I could, handle that. Take out the trash. That's how people would mention it. And to be forgiving with people that are unforgiving, you don't need to sit down and be humble necessarily. You need to recognize where your generosity is being taken for granted. Because maybe somebody heard through the grapevine that you were good with sharing time. And maybe that was, a certain time and phase of culture. To recognize if you were from the north and you moved to the south, that it's a culture shock. So maybe you shouldn't, promote yourself in ways that would be so shocking to cultures that are not agreeable, with, your certain stance, yet has adopted, certain, religions and cultures. If you're from a place that accepts the practice of certain religion, that doesn't mean that you don't necessarily need to, take certain control of certain religion. And especially through the, perspective that is outside of your stance. Maybe you had, utilized that perspective to be not obsolete with your stance, therefore deeming, recognizing, what's necessary and the things that are not. How are they, if I could believe what you're trying to tell me without it being so conflicting, maybe your stance of existence wouldn't be such a problem for people that, you're supposed to make certain people's jobs easier, where you where you create challenge. That's one thing. Thank you for the ideas. Copy that, 10-4 type stuffs and things. Not really. Not really. We don't need to necessarily, adopt the problems of our forefathers. I'm sorry that you allowed that to make sense to you. Because, if you were to utilize reasoning outside of yourself, maybe you would recognize that maybe you're not utilizing the best reasoning. Reasoning based on the comments to something that we created? Kind of weird, huh? If you could, recognize your certain error, and recognize your certain blessings. Where you create certain error, don't be so, effective with, making more reason to have discontent for yourself. Togetherness reflects, the individual that we are, deeming it necessary to have a structured life, around the traditions that we hold close to us. Not necessarily how you hold, your habits habitually, in the way, however you habitually hold your stances in life, however, egregious that may be, and how maybe right on par with certain, milestones. And that's maybe to recognize how we have grown together and we've not necessarily grown apart. We have recognized differences and we've tolerated those differences for, as long as we can tolerate, and, to be grateful, would be to promote ways and for individuals, especially, to be grateful. Where these individuals are not grateful, yet they display some sort of gratitude that would be created from some certain graces. Maybe not to be granted so fervently, because to recognize that, to create dignity within someone, you have to give them reason to be dignified. Don't over glorify something that, can't create respect for itself. That's unjust. Be good to yourself. And if you can't be good to yourself, then don't complain. Don't be jealous. Don't be hateful. Don't be spiteful. Don't be vindictive. Because, you know, that's ways of life, certainly. Is that the ways of life that you want to adopt for yourself? Are these the characteristics and mannerisms displayed in people that you allow to be in your life? You know, sometimes people try to place themselves on a pedestal that is just unsound. Utilized to, you know, track, trace, and create where the unharmonious sounds are coming from. And to recognize that they still utilize their reasons within the certainty of deductive reasoning that you would have recognized to be, you know, misplaced and, you know, in clear sight. And how that, you know, how that doesn't flow with you. Don't be confused to, you know, how people treat you. Be more confused as to where they learned that language. Why they chose to think that it, you know, it's all right to, you know, harness certain ideologies that, you know, those certain ideologies may not be fervent for, you know, the practice of perfection. And within that, utilizing deductive reasoning to create an imperfection where we may have set our sights, to recognize, vindication through the perspective of just choices from unjust choices. And if to recognize if you know where it comes from, it's not. So, to create solutions to create solutions at the source, solutions at the source that are speaking for the source, different than at the source speaking towards the source. Because maybe I want you to have more respect for me. So that may have to be a forceful situation, you know? You know, to recognize there's, you know, echo communication. Let me read chapter 24 of Stay With Me. Later that afternoon, after taking a rest, I drive over to see Liam. I tap on the back door and walk straight in to find Ivy cleaning the oven. She never seems to sit still and relax despite the discomfort that obviously causes her. She obviously isn't taking a blind bit of notice of the doctors telling her to rest after her recent funny turn at Liam's bedside. "Hello, Anna," she groans as she bends to spray cleaning fluid on the oven door's glass. "I'll make us a cup in a minute." I glanced around the cluttered worktop. "Did you come across that business card I asked? The one the policeman left you." "What? Oh no. It's around here somewhere though," she says vaguely, straightening up and pressing her hand onto her lower back, grimacing. "You wouldn't mind doing me a couple of little jobs, so if you could carry that stack of towels upstairs, then..." I zone out the remainder of the rather long little jobs list. She saves up for me. I wait until she takes a breath before I speak. "I've got a suitcase in the boot, Ivy," I say lightly. "Just a few clothes and essentials in there. Enough to tide me over for the next few days or so." "Oh, are you going away somewhere?" She doesn't look up from her cleaning. She's putting on a good show, pretending she isn't fussed. But I know she'll be panicking inside at the thought of me not being around. "Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Quite the opposite. In fact, I'm going to stay here at the house for a while to give you a hand after Liam. Hand looking after Liam." Her head jerks up from the oven door, her eyes and mouth wide. "Oh no, you can't possibly do that." She takes in a sharp breath. "I mean, you have your own life, your cat, and there's your work too, love. I wouldn't dream of imposing on you like that. Me and Liam will cope fine. Thanks so much for offering, Anna." I'm touched. I'll not take no for an answer, Ivy. I'll keep my voice level. "Liam and I have been worried about your health and the fact that you're taking too much on. I can pop home when I need to, and I can go to work from there, or from here. It's no trouble. There is no Anna. Oh, the answer is no, Anna. It's just silly. A few days ago, we didn't even know each other. That comment stings, and she sees it. She doesn't backtrack or apologize. It really isn't necessary, and besides, there's no spare bed for you to sleep in. I don't move. I'm good enough to save Liam's life in the road, and not good enough to be embraced in their home as a trusted friend. Unbelievable." Ivy goes back to her cleaning, and a wave of heat rises from my abdomen into my chest. I'm done kowtowing to Ivy Bradbury. My connection to Liam is key in keeping tabs on Amanda Danson. I'll have to find another way in. I walk out of the kitchen and I walk out of the kitchen and into the lounge, and without speaking to her again. I won't mention this exchange with Ivy or my work worries to Liam. He'll hardly want to be bothered by my problems when he has enough of his own. My head is bent forward while he studies something on his knees so intently he doesn't even notice I'm standing there at first. Anything interesting? He invisibly jumps and presses his hand to his chest. It's strange to see him in a t-shirt and tracksuit instead of his hospital robe. You frighten the life out of me, Anna. How are you feeling? I grin. A bit better today, he says, standing up to prove it. Look, I don't even think you're supposed to be standing on that leg yet. I chide him. You should rest it, like they told you to. Everyone fusses too much. Liam grumbles. He sits back down and sweeps his fringe out of his eyes, just like Danny used to do. He needs a good haircut, so he looks more like a man and not a boy. It's almost as though Ivy has kept him in a boyhood time warp since he came to live with her. My leg will be good as new in a week or two. It's this constant headache that is driving me crazy. Are you taking your medication? I ask him. Huh? His fingers start to dig into the seat cushion. They said at the hospital you'd stop taking it and that you must start again. I say, I just wondered. With you saying you had a head. I'm taking it. Liam stood up again. Why is everyone going on at me all the time? I mean, why can't you just fucking leave me alone? My heart drops like a stone. I stare him wide-eyed. I've never heard him swear before. He starts limping across the room, shaking his arms as if he's trying to rid himself of something nasty that's crawling over him. Liam, I didn't mean to upset you. I walk toward him, but he turns back and limps the other way. Blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Liam, seriously, I think you should sit. Quiet, he yells and spins around to my face. My whole body goes cold. He stands stock still and staring. I take a couple of steps back. What on earth is happening in here? Ivy appears at the door holding a glass of milk. She looks at us in turn as if she's trying to work out what's happening between us. Liam, sit down. Come on. Everything's fine here. Nothing to worry about. Ivy hobbles into the room and stands in front of Liam, pointing to his wheelchair. He seems to deflate in front of her and limps meekly back. Ivy places the glass of milk on the coffee table, fusses around at him, and then turns to me. It's the mood swings, that's all. They warned me this might happen. She narrows her eyes, trying to get her breath. You shouldn't have got him upset, Anna. I open my mouth to defend myself, but don't bother in the end. If I don't justify myself to Ivy, Liam flips over a piece of paper he is holding on his knee. It is a handwritten letter which he holds up to me. I frown when I catch the name signed at the bottom. It's from Amanda. She's written me a note to apologize, he says, seemingly his normal self again. She said, she sent me a message on Facebook, but I never got that. I noticed the computer then, behind his chair. Great, isn't it? He grins. Barrel's son set it up for me down here. Thanks to Barrel's inferencing son, Liam is now free to reply to Amanda Danson's message all day long if he wants to. I stare at Liam's pale face and weak arms. Despite being so upset a few minutes ago, he's now smiling and gazing happily at the note in his hand. How did you get that letter, Liam? I keep my voice steady. Amanda brought it round to the house. Amanda brought it round to the house this morning. Ivy cuts over me. She wouldn't come in. She was mindful that Liam gets his rest, but she's calling round here again tomorrow. Liam won't meet my eyes. I'm struggling to process Ivy's stupidity. Amanda Danson is trying to wriggle her way out of blame for causing an accident, and this week, stupid old woman is making it very easy for her. How did she get your address? I gave it to her, Liam says without looking up. You remembered where you live, I ask? No. He's silent for a few moments while he takes time to stretch his neck over one side, then the other. I found it on my copy GP letter the day Amanda came to visit me in the hospital. I look straight at Ivy. My tongue feels all knotted up with so many things I want to say, but I speak before I think and choose my words carefully. How is he ever going to recover from this if she's bothering him every 5 minutes? I don't know why you're so paranoid about Amanda. Ivy turns to tidy a stack of magazines, where her trembling hands make the task almost impossible. It's really not for you to worry about who visits us and who doesn't, Anna. The subtext is fairly easy to translate. Mind your own business. You didn't even know each other a few days ago. I can't resist throwing her own rude words back at her. It's a terrible accident for everyone involved. That's just what it was. An accident. She's suffering too, Anna. She's not suffering like Liam, though, is she? I hear my voice rise up an octave and see the look on their faces, but I can't seem to calm down. Why can't anybody but me see through her lies? I'm struggling to get my breath. Liam and Ivy glance at each other, but I don't care. How can Ivy be so gullible? I snatch the letter from Liam's hand, and in the process, I catch his glass of milk and send it flying. It cracks on the edge of the coffee table. Now, the letter is torn, the glass is broken, and there is milk everywhere. Ivy shrieks, and without thinking, I snatch a jagged piece of glass, and a sharp pain pricks my hand. I unclench my fingers and let the glass fall to the floor. What on earth were you thinking? Ivy shakes her head. I'll get you a bandage. I'm fine, I'm mumbling. I reach into my pocket for a tissue to soak up the blood on my palm. I just called to see how Liam was, but I have to get back now. I have things to do. I hurry out through the kitchen door and run to my car, squeezing hard on my throbbing hand. An hour later, I'm sitting in the car with my notebook and camera, watching Amanda Danson's house. It's time to refocus on what really matters. The police told Ivy they would interview Liam at some point when he's feeling better. It's highly likely that they will prosecute Amanda Danson for dangerous driving, and Liam's evidence will be key. She'll be perfectly aware of this. Of course. Cue her impromptu visits to Liam. Ivy sent in no rush to inquire at what point they were in their investigations, and appears to have mislaid the officer's business card. It's all happening again, but nobody realizes. Nobody but me. I can't stand back and watch Liam be destroyed, and yet the awful possibility is that if she starts visiting him regularly, she'll soon know him better than I do. And there's a risk that I find myself pushed out of Liam's life altogether and my plans scuppered. Amanda has a confident manner that encourages people to open up to her. I suppose it's the training from her previous job. Some people might say she's attractive, although I can't see anything at all pleasant when I look at her. I hope Liam has more about him than to fall for anything as superficial as looks. But women like her know how to get around men. They know what men makes them tick. It is misguided and foolish to Ivy to encourage their friendship, and she's bound to regret it. I can envision the day she will come crying to me when it all goes wrong, expecting me to comfort her, and there'll be nothing I can do about it at that late stage. This nonsense has to be stopped right now. Amanda has hit Amanda Danson where it hurts. Or someone has to hit Amanda Danson where it hurts. But it is vital to keep the past to myself for now. It's clearly 5 o'clock, the exact time Amanda got off the bus and walked home when I followed her from work first time today. There is no sign of her. Doubtless, she will be out having fun with her friends or shopping for clothes and makeup. I'm just debating whether to sit here for a bit longer or go home where the front door of her house opens. A woman in her late 50s appears, petite with hair that has been dyed too dark for her pale complexion. Still, the resemblance to Amanda is striking. I watch as the older woman chalks down the short driveway. She's headed for a small red Clio that is parked on the road, and she turns from latching the small gate. Her coat flaps open. I've spent enough time at the hospital recently to recognize that uniform. She must be a nurse at the QMC. I scour my memory for the faces of the nurses. I've seen Liam's ward and feel satisfied she isn't one of them, but it's starting to become much clearer as to why her daughter had been able to stroll into Liam's private room unchallenged. The red Clio pulls back from the curb, and I start my own car, giving it a few moments to put some space between us and then pulling out behind her. 10 minutes later, Clio pulls into a parking space in the large rear car of the hospital that serves both staff and the general public. I park up 2 rows behind and watch as she pops a permit in the window and heads for the main doors. To get a ticket from the machine, I risk losing her, so I slide yesterday's ticket on my dashboard and hope for the best. I stay well behind her, and by the time she reaches the automatic reception doors, there's an elderly couple between us, also heading for the main entrance. She doesn't turn left for the main ward, as I expect, but turns sharp right and disappears through the doors marked accident and emergency. When I see the sign, my head starts to pound as I remember, but I slow down. I follow her straight through the bustling reception area of the A&E department. I try my best to ignore the sour lump that has lodged itself firmly in my throat. My head is pounding and fuzzy, trying to force the memories back again. Not now. Please don't let me faint now. Spotting the woman at the end of the corridor sharpens my senses again. She has taken off her coat and now carries a clipboard and a stack of record cards. She walks a short distance and disappears through the door on the left. I walk up to the door past a line of sickly-looking individuals with a variety of obvious ailments, such as busted noses, bandages, hands, and black eyes. The signs of the door reads triage nurse. Underneath it's a small name, Nurse Emma Danson. As I suspected, she's Amanda's mother. An idea jumps into my head that it is far too good for an opportunity to miss, or far too good of an opportunity to miss. Chapter 25. Joan Pete. Stevie. So we have played word versus word. We played make it me. we've chatted. We have talked about current events. And we have read Safe With Me. We read some Oracle energy cards. We read about the Hierophant. Today has been a productive day. Today's been a stickety day. And I recognize that you guys enjoy my YouTube compilations. So this is another episode from your favorite friendly friend Tina, stickety motivator, with the vibes that are greater. That is your girl in your Odyssey, also known as DJ Any Beats, also known as Lucidity, also known as your favorite person. Till later, Vibe Drive. Till later.
Classic verses, amass some courage for this fast resurgent, drastic wordsmith. Ask the surgeon, I may he'll give you the answer that this particular bastard is sicker than testicular cancer. Fixing to smack you with no hesitation, cause I can't see nobody beating me like Stevie Wonder's gang initiation. My slang will stay patient till the clock strikes and slay fake men and lay waste with the whackness. You better resort to drastic measures, cause you couldn't fuck with me if I was ripped for her pleasure. Me taking a lost shit won't never be seen like David Duke wearing fat